Some of y'all think this NutriBurst and this tea is some bullshit. But trust and believe it can't be no more bullshit than this case NeNe Leakes done filed against Bravo. Child, y'all drop down in the description box and click the link to purchase this tea and this NutriBurst and other health and wellness products. Bah! Y'all, there once used to be a time where you would go sit down and talk to an attorney and they would look you in the face and honestly say, you know, I'm sorry, I don't think you have a case here, or I don't think that this is a case we can win, or this is going to be an uphill battle. But these days and times, these attorneys will take your goddamn money for any damn reason. And if you got a little bit of fame attached to you, they will take your money for no reason at all. And that's exactly what these attorneys who took this NeNe Leakes case have done. NeNe Leakes is filing this racism case against Bravo and Bravo Andy and NBCUniversal, y'all. And I literally just read the story. And it is the most hilarious thing I have read in a very long time. Want to talk about it? Here you go. So Nessa girl, last night when we was doing TGIF, in the middle of the show, DJ Richie Scott sent me an article. It was about NeNe Leakes sues NBCUniversal Bravo for racism. Now, we've heard NeNe bring up racism in the past. She did the video with Ben Crump. You know what I'm saying? And I think the general public sentiment was NeNe is pulling this card because she did not get her way in negotiations. They sidelined her, chose not to negotiate with her no more, and now she's bitter and she's mad. I didn't bother reading the story last night because I was like, there's nothing here, whatever, I'll just wait for it all to play out. Now I'm laying in the bed right now sucking on this. I like the big jumbo lollipop. It takes me about 45 minutes to suck on this. Going through my IG comments, and somebody wrote, Dineva, we want you to talk about this NeNe Leakes case. And I said, you know, let me go back and read it. Y'all, I was preparing myself to read something wherein that she was about to outline some stuff that really went down. And when I tell y'all, this is the laziest, most creative crock of shit I've ever read, it is. It missed me with the black people don't stick together in anything against a black woman, because this is some bullshit. I know Kim Zolciak-Bierman is sitting back somewhere saying, how I get in it? Who was the person that said how I get in it? Was it NeNe? She said, how I get in it? NeNe's whole lawsuit is about Kim. So let me read y'all the article real quick and then we're going to dissect this thing. NeNe Leakes files lawsuit against Real Housewives of Atlanta team alleging racist work environment. Former star of Real Housewives of Atlanta, NeNe Leakes sued companies behind the show Wednesday, alleging that they fostered and tolerated a hostile and racist work environment. The lawsuit filed in a federal court in Atlanta says Leakes, who is black, complained to executives for years about racist remarks from fellow housewife Kim Zolciak-Bierman, who is white, but that only Leakes suffered consequences. It names defendants NBCUniversal, Bravo production company True Entertainment, and Truly Original, executive from companies, and Housewives executive Andy Cohen, but not Kim Zolciak-Bierman. NBC, Bravo, and True foster a corporate and workplace culture in which racially insensitive and inappropriate behavior is tolerated, if not encouraged, says the suit. Emails to representatives of defendant Zolciak-Bierman seeking comment were not immediately returned. Leakes 54, a TV personality and actress whose legal name is Lenethia Monique Leakes, spent 7 seasons as one of the most central stars of the show. It alleges that during the first season, which aired in 2008, the cast was planning to attend a barbecue where Kim Zolciak-Bierman responded with the idea words, "I don't want to sit around with NeNe and eat chicken." The suit says that the statement perpetuated an offensive stereotype about African Americans. The suit says in 2012, during the 5th season, Zolciak-Bierman made racially offensive and stereotypical comments about the new home of housewife Kandi Burruss, calling her neighborhood a ghetto and perpetuating racial stereotypes in an offensive comment about whether or not Burruss needed a swimming pool. The same year, Zolciak-Bierman used the N-word to refer to NeNe Leakes and some other housewives after a dispute with them, the suit alleges. It also alleges that Zolciak-Bierman falsely implied that NeNe Leakes used drugs and called her home a roach nest. The suit says after Leakes complained to executives overseeing the show that they did not terminate the relationship with Zolciak-Bierman nor take any other meaningful action to put an end to their racially offensive behavior. And if anything, rewarded her by giving her a spinoff. From the day the series began filming, NeNe was the target of systematic racism from co-star Kim Zolciak-Bierman, which was tolerated by Bravo executive producer Andy Cohen and other executives. Joe Haberacci and other Leakes attorneys said via email, not a day goes by that NeNe doesn't wake up with an onslaught of overwhelming emotions as a direct result of the unfortunate and avoidable occurrences. The lawsuit alleges that the complaint of racism led in part by Leakes being forced off the show in 2020 before its 13th season. The suit says Leakes' negotiations for the season came as Black Lives Matter movement was gaining major momentum with Leakes as a vocal supporter. Executives sought to sideline Leakes from talking about the cause, keeping her off early episodes in which housewives would address BLM and the suit alleges. As the Black Lives Matter movement swept our nation, Miss Leakes, Bravo's historically most successful black female talent, should have been more embraced by NBC Bravo. Not true, the suit says. Instead of NBC Bravo and True forced her out of the house she built, denying her a regular role. The suit alleges that the defendant's actions violate federal employment and anti-discrimination law and seeks monetary damages to be determined in trial. Now here's what I will say. Lawyers are very crafty and creative people. And this took a moment for somebody to find an angle, right? This really did take a moment. Somebody had to sit down and say, okay, let's find an angle. Because if we go back to when NeNe first started complaining and she was calling Bravo Andy racist, she called him a cokehead, and all these other things, Kim's name ain't have shit to do with nothing. Then I find it odd that your whole issue is Kim, but you don't name Kim in the suit. But here's the real gimme gotcha for me. There is no way in hell I would sit up in a bitch face season after season after season if I honestly thought she was racist. NeNe and Kim made up to break up time and time again from season 1 to her departure. So my question is, just when did they become racist? Because as long as you were being paid and you were being given what you wanted and you were happy, if they were racist, quite frankly, you participated in it and you were all right with it. Additionally, we got to be careful here, right? Because this is reality television. And reality television was designed to follow the lives of people and capture the nuance of their relationships, their thoughts, their interactions, their friendships and relationships. Quite frankly, as a viewer, I remember the I don't want to sit around at the barbecue thing and eat chicken with NeNe and them. That historically is what people eat at barbecues, barbecue chickens. Especially black people. We know we go down to the meat market and get a box of leg quarters. I didn't find the chicken comment to be racist. I found the "Are we in the hood" comment, the ghetto comment, I felt that comment to be a little sketchy coming from a white woman. However, I've been to Kandi Burruss' house inside and out several times. And when you do get off the exit and you ride down the long street to get to Kandi's house, it does not look like Buckhead. It does not look palatial. It does not look luxurious. Compared to Buckhead and probably where Kim lives, it did look lower socioeconomic, all right? And what many of us would refer to as ghetto. And this is not me taking up for Kim. This is me trying to figure out what the true basis of this lawsuit is. Now, I'm the first person to admit, if somebody was done wrong, they need to be made right. My understanding of the whole situation is that NeNe got too big for her britches. The people got tired of her ass. She became too difficult to produce. She would go over the producer's head, call corporate, complain to corporate to get her way, show up when she wanted to, left when she wanted to, was telling them people what she was and was not going to do. And those people got tired of it. So they axed her ass. That was my understanding. And that's coming from people in production, people on the cast, and people who are close to the situation. I hate when people try to hijack the Black Lives Matter movement, the Me Too movement, and racism for their selfish motives, personal agenda, and their own selfish reasons. NeNe thought that that show was going to crumble without her, and that those people were going to acquiesce to all of her demands. And when they did it, and she realized she over-leveraged whatever influence she thought she had, then all of a sudden they became racist. Because I don't understand how you sit in a racist environment for all these seasons, happy, still filming with Kim, having a good time, but the moment your contract negotiations don't go the way you want them to go, or here's really what happened. Here's what Bravo do when they want to get the girls out. They offer them a friend of the show contract. And of course the girls' egos don't let them take that, so they leave. Same thing happened with Vicky Van Govelson, or Vicky whatever, ugly Vicky from the OC. Vicky's attitude was, I built this show, and if you guys don't see any value in me, then it's time for me to leave. And I can get how anybody could feel that way. Same with NeNe. I built this shit. I've been making millions. I'm used to being the queen bee. Now you expect me to come back around girls who I was the queen of and be a duchess? You've reduced me to a Marlo where I just pop in at a party here and a party there, and you just want to shoot me XYZ for an episode? I definitely get her ego being blown. But the proper play was to come in, show up, show out, and get your status back the following season. If y'all notice, that's what Quad did. Them people had got rid of Quad. They did the same thing to her. We tired of your ass. Friend of the show. And I'm telling y'all this, I got a personal relationship with her. Friend of the show. Quad went most of that season not filming. Quad also knew she wanted to be back next season. So what did she do? When she came in the last couple of episodes of that season, she came with it And when she got to that reunion, she did what the fuck she had to do, threw whoever the fuck she had to throw under the bus, started whatever fight she needed to start it, and got promoted back to her original status the following season. But this one right here, her ego got in the way. My question for the Leakes team is, what's the ask? So what is it? And I would be curious to know, what is it in monetary damages that you're looking for? Also, it's the Monique thing for me, right? Because while the legal court is one thing, the court of public opinion is another. Mama, nobody else gonna hire you. Not for a while, no way. Nobody want to deal with this. You know, because it comes off like you're a diva, and then when you don't get your way, you want to burn the house down. Racism runs rampant in our country. I am of the firm belief that if you are a black person or a person of color and you work in any organization that is headed by predominantly white people, that you are most definitely going to encounter racial and cultural bias consciously and subconsciously on their part. That's the world we live in. But it's also a very harsh and ugly word to hurl at someone if that's not what they are and that's not what they were doing. From a relationship perspective, obviously the relationship between NeNe and NBCUniversal is ruined. It'll probably never be. That bridge is burned. But it just baffles me that after you don't get your way, all of a sudden they become racist. Like, now that they've made you rich and now that they've made you a household name, and now that you didn't get the contract that you want, they're racist. Make it make sense, sis, because let's just say hypothetically that they are racist. Then that really makes you an Uncle Tom ass Negro. Because it says that you are alright working in that racist environment as long as you were getting the check that you wanted to get. And psychologically, bitch, I don't blame you, because shit, that'd probably be anybody making millions of dollars the way you were. I just can't believe your entire case is hinged on what Kim Zolciak-Bierman did and said that lend themselves to racial tropes and stereotypes, and not, oh, I overheard a producer calling me the N-word, or, you know what I'm saying, I overheard a producer saying black people are dirty. This is also part of the reason why I don't like these housewife shows or these ensemble shows being a bunch of black girls and one white girl, or a bunch of white girls and one black girl. Because no matter what, it's going to become racial. Look at what happened with Real Housewives of New York and Ebony K. Williams. I love Ebony K. Williams to death outside of Housewives. I think she was the poorest housewife hiring decision they have ever made. That is when overcorrection goes wrong. Y'all were so quick to jump on the diversity train, which really in short shows it's kind of disingenuous and you were just trying to be on trend and you got it wrong. Garcelle Beauvoir was the perfect addition to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Ebony K. Williams was the worst hire y'all ever made on Bravo for that franchise. I don't want this to come off as NeNe hate. I like NeNe, but right is right and wrong is wrong. And when I smell bullshit, I'ma call bullshit. This feels like a bunch of bullshit. It feels like you ain't get your way and now you mad and you want somebody's head to roll. How Kim get in it? This is going to be interesting. Y'all drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all think. Be sure to like and subscribe and let's talk about it. And go eat chicken to the barbecue in the ghetto. Bah.